What's up, Niner Faithful? Johnny Dell back again with Johnny Dell's Football Academy, the channel that's dedicated to your 49ers all the time. We're going to continue our weekly game series breaking down what happened in Tampa Bay and why. We're going to continue with the defense here, and this time I want to talk about some of the investments that we've made in the linebacking core. This is going to be specifically about mainly the improvements that we've seen in the passing game, one run game fit, but let's take a look at some of these plays the defenders are making from the linebacking spot. Here, this is going to be the third or second play of the game. Again, I know in the last video I showed the first play of the game. This is going to be the second play of the game. We started out well. Here's one thing that this investment in the D-line helps with, is that our linebackers last year had a hard time reacting to any play action. These three guys would drive on the ball because they didn't always trust that the guys in front of them were going to stop what was coming. Here, I saw a lot less of sometimes what we call biting the cheese or falling for the cheese, is that they don't fall for any of the cheese that's happening up front and they stay on their assignments. I did see more man coverage in this game than we've done probably in a while, and that was surprising considering how much Tampa Bay wanted to run the ball and how good their receivers are. So here, what's going to happen is Tampa Bay is just going to run a play action, run fake off to the left side with their running back, and we're in man coverage. This is Quan Alexander. He's going to be on the tight end that's right here, and he does a great job of not biting the cheese. See here, the tight end fakes like he's going to come down, and the other tight end comes across, and this is a wonderful job of switching here. He identifies that his man blocks down, and that he identifies the other tight end coming across, and we end up getting a free rusher as we're coming with a cover one man, so we're blitzing the strong safety. He's going to end up being a free runner at Winston, and Winston's got to get rid of it quick, and Quan Alexander, he's on the tight end. This is O.J. Howard coming out, so he was, again, a good tight end, a guy that was a high draft pick for them, and he does a great job, makes an open field tackle, and gets it done for only a 3-yard gain, sets up 3rd and 4. This is just, it's what you want from your linebackers. It's a great job. This was a big contract pickup for us, and it had to fill a big position of need, and it did. He turned out really well, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Quan so far. Here is the second play or third play of the game, excuse me. And what's going to happen here is, I'll draw this up, is Tampa Bay is going to come out and they're going to run on this side. They're in a bunch formation, and they're just using this to get free releases, and they're going to run what's called a spacing concept. Sorry, I spaced out for a second. Where you're going to have an out route, you're going to have a short curl here, and you're going to have a hook over the middle. And the idea here is that you get 3 defenders or 3 receivers in an area where there's only 2 defenders. And then on the other side, they're going to run a couple outs here with the tight end and the running back. So what Tampa Bay is doing here is they need 4 yards for first down. It's 3rd down, and they're going to end up putting 5 receivers across the field at the same depth. So this is what we call horizontally spreading the defense, that they're going to get 5 receivers in an area of the field where there's only 4 defenders. Ideally, they should win. Now, what I like here is that we did a good job of game planning against Jameis Winston, because I think they saw he likes to throw the ball between the numbers. He likes to throw it down the middle of the field. So they do a great job of staying disciplined with their assignments and not giving him what he likes. So here you see the bunch formation allows the free releases. And what I love that Fred Warner does right here is he doesn't bite on the in-breaking route. He trusts his other linebacker, and he stays on the hook in his area. You see K'Wan Williams is ready to drive. Now, I do believe this receiver was probably open, but Winston is looking for this receiver right here, the inside curl. That's generally how you read it. It is an inside-out progression on this spacing concept. So Winston isn't just staring down the wrong receiver. He's following the progression he's supposed to have. And so he looks, and he wants to throw this ball. And you can see him here. He's going to make a little pump. He wants to throw it, and he pulls it down. If you can see it there, he pumps. And then he moves on, and he thinks because this guy's covered, that means the inside receiver is going to be open. He moves to the inside receiver, but Quan Alexander's on a spot to drive. He pumps again. You can see him here. pumps again. He wants to go there, pumps even a third time, says he's scrambling to try and find somebody because he looked down here, pumped a third time, and he saw that Richard Sherman was in a position to drive on that route. So his 3 inside receivers are all covered. And again, they have guys open that really are probably open, but they're outside the numbers. So they did a good job of keeping him into what what he isn't comfortable with, and so it ends up that he tries to get away, and by the time he throws it outside, Fred Warner's there and knocks the pass away. That's really good coverage. That is a coverage perfection right there of what you want and as far as the game plan. So that's really awesome to see from the linebacking core. This one, what Tampa Bay is going to do is they're going to run this kind of off tackle inside zone like we'd seen with the previous video. And what they're going to do is they're going to slide this way. We do a good job of filling that side with our defensive line. And Quan is going to again see the hole, fill the hole, and this was, if you watch the game, this was the hit that kind of made everyone go ooh in the game. It was a big one because here the running back, the defensive line stuffs it on the play side, and they're the tackle tight end here. He gets kind of caught in no man's land. He thinks he's going to go get Richard Sherman, and that leaves Quan Alexander open, and he meets the running back in the hole. And that's what you like to see. Let's run this at full speed just so you can watch it. It was awesome to see in the game. He just planted him. That is perfect tackling. That's the kind of energy, that's the kind of play that you want from your big contract guy. And so then the last play I'm going to show on this series is the interception by Mark Nziacha, however we say his name. Here, what Tampa Bay is going to do is that they're going to run concepts kind of similar to what we're doing. They're going to run this receiver on a deep post. The idea is he's going to take the free safety and run him off, and then they're going to take O.J. Howard, and he's going to run a little curl over the middle, and then this receiver is going to run a little curl right here. The idea that they're trying to do is they're trying to occupy the hook curl defender with this hook curl, and they're trying to take free safety out so that then it's going to leave O.J. Howard open in the middle. But I love how our linebackers play this. They force O.J. Howard to come back to the ball, and it causes a tip pass. So here, Fred Warner, he makes sure he stems outside, and he's not going to let this tight end go up the seam, which is, we've seen Vernon Davis make big plays with that in the past. He stays disciplined there. And again, Nziacha has he's got his eyes in the right spot. I really like that. Fred Warner in the past, he probably would have turned and got himself out of position and run too far upfield. That's kind of what he did. And so he's a lot more disciplined this year. He stays in his assignment. He squats down. You can see Winston kind of wants to go to this receiver. He's covered. He's bracketed by 3 guys. They all can drive on the pass, and so he moves over to Howard, which, again, Nziacha is there, and he's ready to drive. So what this causes is when Winston throws, O.J. Howard comes back to the ball. Winston was not expecting that, and so he fires it a little bit hot, a little bit high, and that causes O.J. Howard to, he should have caught the ball, but it's a factor in why he didn't. You get a tip pass, and your linebacker catches the ball, and we get an interception, which is amazing considering how bad we were at getting interceptions last year. But this is good disciplined linebacker play. It's heads up play. It's stuff that we didn't see all the time last year, and is just really exciting to see. Well, thanks for tuning in for another episode. Stay tuned for more episodes coming this evening and throughout the week and after each game. Again, if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I will link that in the description below. And go Niners.